Things are continuing to heat up in Cincinnati with things regarding Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson has been wanting a contract extension since the last offseason, and the Bengals basically said, yeah, we'll get you down the road. We'll get you. Just play this year. We'll get you next offseason. Tends to happen a lot with a lot of players in the NFL. J.J. Watt has tweeted about this, along with Ndamukong Suh as well. Here with Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati, he played this last season. He led the league in sacks this last season, and he's still wanting this contract extension, and the Bengals are not doing it. And things are seriously heating up. Trey Hendrickson is not happy. So today, Trey Hendrickson showed up to, I think it's like rookie minicamp or whatever. Basically, it's before mandatory minicamp, mandatory training camp. He showed up just to talk to the media. That is it. That's the only thing he wanted to do, was talk to the media and really get his side of the story out. He says that there's been a lot of players that go silent through all this. They don't really say anything. They let it work itself out. But he really wanted to get his side of the story out. Quick side note here. Trey Hendrickson, the last 2 years, has had 35 sacks in the last 2 seasons. That's 5 more than T.J. Watt in second place. Trey Hendrickson deserves this money. And that's coming from a Steelers fan, as you can see over my shoulder. So Charlie Goldsmith here, he's like a beat writer in Cincinnati for the Reds and the Bengals and everything, Cincinnati basically. And he tweeted off basically the whole conversation and a bunch of quotes that I think are meaningful to look at. This one here says Hendrickson is saying that his understanding was that if he continued to play at the level he has, an extension would happen. Which this proves to what I said at the beginning of the video. Bengals said if he played good, if he continued, they'd get him off next offseason. They didn't want to do it this offseason. They'll get him next offseason. Hendrickson goes on to say that the communication has been zero. Like, they won't even talk to this guy. He said, I'm very disappointed with the communication. No direct answer on if he'd play without a new deal, which it seems like he will not play for the Bengals without a new deal. He said it's become personal, unfortunately. Here's where he says like he wanted to talk about it. He says, a lot of players in the past have been silent and didn't stand on values. Telling the truth will set you free. Basically, he just wanted to get his voice out here and let everybody know what's going on. This tweet here in particular where Hendrickson says these things are provoked. I'm going to play the video of what he was talking about when he said this. And it's very interesting to hear what he says.
Right? I'm a Floridian. So there's unprovoked shark attacks and there's provoked shark attacks. And the comments that are being made, right? Whatever happened at the combine, whatever happened at the owners' meetings, and the text I got yesterday, this is not something where I'm just twiddling my thumbs thinking, oh, how can I get the next one up? I carry it with a tremendous amount of respect, but these things are provoked. I would love to say to sit quiet is a good strategy. It is clearly not. Players have done it all over the league, including Jamar last year. He did a great job.
So as you can see there, he's basically saying that these things are provoked. And he got a text last night, apparently, that apparently pissed him off. But he's saying these things are provoked. The Bengals have done him no favors, seemingly, and all they've done is piss him off, is what he's getting at, saying that this has been provoked. Some other things that he went on to say was circumstances changed post-draft. They're starting to change very openly. This is obviously referring to the Bengals drafting a pass rusher in the first round, Shamar Stewart, which when that happened, I knew Hendrickson was probably gone. They aren't going to draft a guy in the first round just to pay and keep Hendrickson, which is very unfortunate for Trey Hendrickson because he deserves this money. He was one of the main reasons the Bengals made the Super Bowl a couple years ago. He said this as well, which I liked. He said, if I sat here with 4 sacks, they'd ask me for some money back. It just shows that Hendrickson is the sack king, and it's crazy that he has to fight for this paycheck. It's not his fault that pass rushers are going for $40 million. This is just another prime example of the Bengals being a cheap organization, and it's kind of ridiculous. I'm a Steelers fan, and Trey Hendrickson is the only reason I'd fear the Bengals defense. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this situation.